Feature Friday.
The freshest.
Oh, dude.
Did you just?
Those TikTok trends are so silly.
Did you just?
I saw the new TikTok trend. They do that.
It's
thing.
not even that new anymore.
Ah. Why am I like an old man when it comes to this stuff? I'm young. I have lots of energy. I know the
people.
trends.
Hello, welcome to Feature Friday.
Yes.
This week we're doing a BTS album special review.
Why is it I'm always so behind in TikTok trends and
I
stuff?
don't know.
Well, mainly because I don't watch TikTok, do I?
I think it has to do a lot with the fact that you despise the the idea of TikToks.
Don't like it.
So you actively avoid anything relating that platform.
The thing is, even now if I go on Instagram, it's just TikToks, right? But if some of them are funny, right? Some of them are genuinely funny and some of them are like entertaining and stuff. Especially the ones where, the ones where like the editing is out insane. I like, there's this old guy and he's putting his outfits on and stuff and then they slow motion, you can see the particles in the air.
Yeah.
That's sick. That stuff is great. But the stuff where like, I can sleep in deeper than that and they do that thing where they look like retards. It's like, dude, what are you doing?
Well,
they get millions, I don't want to be a hater.
I don't want to be a hater, but I hate it.
I don't like that. It's just me. I don't like that. Obviously, millions of people love it.
I don't.
You know?
I don't see their like.
I never
It's
understood the appeal of
entertaining.
TikTok.
It's entertaining. Once you get hooked, it's kind of entertaining. It's very entertaining, not kinda. But
And the lip syncing and stuff.
Would I personally take part in that? Don't think so. I'm 25 years old, and
I don't think that matters. I don't think the age is
I kind
relevant.
of see it as like how it was Facebook when I was in high school.
But why
or
was
when-
Vine so appealing to us?
Because
And
you
TikTok
were
is not
in
appealing.
freaking high school. It was the talk of the town. I feel like that is the platform of the high schoolers. And then that has, ventured its way into
don't get me
the
wrong.
whole world of entertainment.
There are TikToks that are very funny.
Yeah.
It's hilarious.
I agree.
Obviously, I'm not on it. I mean, I used to, but I'm not on it. I was never spending time. I would just post stuff because, you have to if you're in the whole social media stuff. And I just got bored. I was like, no, this isn't for me. See you later. And
Deleted the app, never was here.
yeah. Then the whole rumors of the whole, spying on your stuff came about, and I didn't really care because I never had it. But I wonder
feel
how
like-
many. Oh, hold on. I wonder how many of people watching right now. So
A lot of people
have
it.
this is a question. How many of you have TikTok as your main source of entertainment?
A lot of people.
Because mine is YouTube and podcasting.
Well, but it's because you act and actually get entertained by means like 50-year-old men get entertained by.
Or-
I feel like you are one of those.
Mine is
Your soul is like a 50-year-old man trapped in a 20-year-old body.
no, my body would digress. I don't have a 50-year-old's body. Or mine, to be honest. I have nothing of a 50-year-old.
Sometimes, like, I just think you are
Dude, I'm
very
dumb as
peculiar.
hell.
Yeah, but
I'm
you
young.
got very peculiar things. Like, you like very, like, things that people your age don't like. You're like, this is golden. You're very
1950s
peculiar.
music.
Yes, like
Brilliant.
golden.
Yeah. 1920s whiskey. Yeah.
basically, like, chupa pipa. Like pipes, like how like 50-year-old men
Oh, a pipe.
sit on like leather couches and
Like
read
tobacco.
books and like smoke a pipe.
Yeah. I mean, I do see myself doing that, yes.
I know.
But not that I smoke or anything, but yeah, that would be cool to do just for a shoot zone. But I was going to say, yeah, my ones are YouTube, then like podcasting platforms, and then Instagram. And Instagram, I check my screen time. I spend 15 to 20 minutes.
Really?
A day on
Oh my
Instagram,
god.
yeah.
I think my main source of entertainment fluctuates between Instagram, Netflix, and YouTube. That is me.
Oh, there's Netflix, because that's not social media though, is it?
No, I know, but that's my main source of entertainment.
I'm not really much on that stuff.
I love watching cooking videos on YouTube. Like Bon Appetit Test Kitchen is like the bomb for entertainment.
Yeah.
I love to spend my Sunday doing nothing, just watching cooking videos all day. It's gold. I really like that. And Netflix, I just watch so much of that on my free time.
I wonder how many people have
an Instagram. I don't do any other
stuff. Yeah,
Twitter from time to time.
Twitter is very big as well. I don't use it.
I don't use TikTok. I think I a fluff went into my nose. It's still in my mouth. Oh my god, fluffs and lips.
Valeska versus the fluff.
Lip gloss and fluff and hair. They just doesn't work.
Yeah.
So yeah, what was I saying? I forgot.
Twitter, you don't use Twitter. No, TikTok, you don't use TikTok.
Not at all. Twitter from time to time, if I want to like catch up on the news or whatever, I get on Twitter.
I do have ideas though that I think are fun. Like there's some really good ideas on TikTok. Like people that do content that I do like, and that I would be down to create and stuff like that. So I don't know. Maybe you will see us make a TikTok or not. But
I think TikToks are fun. I think
isn't it getting banned and stuff?
I don't know. I don't know the realistic side of it all. I know nothing. But I like the fashion TikToks that are going around. Like those are cool. I like that. Not the dancing ones. I'm not a fan of the dancing trends. I don't like them. But I find the TikToks that have Vine energy incredibly entertaining.
Yeah.
I love the ones that are not set up, like the things that just happen naturally to random people.
I'm not a big fan of the prank
love
stuff.
that. Yeah, no, pranks, I'm not a fan.
Because how many times can I prank you?
I have never been a fan of the pranks. I remember in 2005, Ashton Kutcher, you've been punked.
Yeah.
It created this whole trend in high school. Everybody, like in school, everybody wanted to get punked and punk everybody. And oh my god, I have never been a fan of the pranks. Or like, you know, the crazy people from MTV that created the whole thing. It was that show?
Jackass and stuff.
Jackass, that's right. I liked the show, but I didn't like the pranking part or the vomiting part.
I think most people watched it for that reason.
I know, but I watched it from time to time. If it was on and I was in the mood, I would watch it. But if it it wasn't my go-to show.
It was funny as hell
from MTV.
But yeah, I don't know. Like how many times can I prank you without you catching on?
No, it's true. It's so very true.
You're either a brilliant actress or you're just the most gullible person in the planet.
Also possible if it's me.
Hey, could be possible.
Also possible if it's me. Listen, you know that now that I'm thinking, when I was like 12, 13, before Facebook came about and became such a huge thing, because I was never a user in MySpace, so I never took part in MySpace. I was
too young.
Yeah, I think I was too young. My main source of entertainment, like teenage adult type of like feel, was MTV. MTV was the thing.
Yeah, certainly for most people it was.
Like, and everybody would talk about the shows that were happening on MTV and which reality show and which song would be popping and stuff. But that was my social media until Facebook came into the picture. And then it was, how many friends do you have? How many pictures do you have in your profile?
Like how many friends were online and how many messages you were receiving.
Oh, Messenger then, like MSN. MSN, yeah. I don't know.
Those were times, man.
Those were banging times.
Yeah. Well,
but then when I was there, I was like 13.
You were, and I was 11.
Year 7.
I was 10. Yeah,
year 7. So I must have been like 11. Yeah. So if I was in year 7, I must have been 11 or 12.
Right. So I was 9.
Yeah.
Or 8.
Something like that.
Yeah, so I wouldn't have been on social media then, but it was more about like photos and stuff. But when I was 10, 11, that's sort of when it all began.
Yeah.
9, 10.
Year 7, I think that's when it all clicks.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, you must have a Facebook profile.
So let us know, what your main social media platforms are. Like, where do you actually spend most of your time on?
Yeah, good point.
Yeah. Hey. Efra, under, come up. Efra, under. Efra.
The chicks that be calling a lot. How much money you got a lot. Haven't taken a nail in a lot. I'ma just taking the plot. Like the fat booty that bounce up and down those legs, you know when she walk. Oh, you know she's crossed but a lot. Oh, you know I'm just staring the pot. Oh, you know I'm just rapping back. Playing for hours to look at the clock. I said it from top of my head. Been watching the scene, I've been playing dead. You don't got any blood in your bread, so stop pretending that you bled. I get it, you flexing the ground, that's your burden. Guess I'm just better in person, but I never been normal. Back in high school, I would talk about myself in third person. I took notice before that stuff worsened. Now I'm way better and in first person. I listen to excursion, things change, got serious, turn into a better version. Been rehearsing my act with extension. This is not a hobby, but this my diversion.
Latina body, hot hips, the poppin', soft lips, the glossy. My accent is saucy. You like my heels? You thanks, just buy it. I want it, I got 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 it. You like my heels? Gee, thanks, just bought it. I want it, I got it. I got it. I got it. I got it.
She licking it, tipping me, telling me I'm different. And while I'm mistaken and thought it was stiffing it, saving it, picking it, hitting it, roll like I did it before some epiphany. She started tickling me, fell in the trap. Now I'm calling her anything. I got the imagery. Instantly I'm part of the problem, cause I'm rapping what everyone's talking about inside of the industry. The chicks that be calling a lot. How much money you got a lot. Haven't taken a nail in a lot. I'ma just taking the plot. Like the fat booty that bounce up and down in those legs, you know when she walk. Oh, you know she fuck with a lot. Oh, you know she's staring the pot.
My chicas, they call me our gods, I pop it. Brown eyes, I got it. My fur is fluffy, short dress, high heels, big hoops, we got 'em. I want it, I got it. I want it, I got it. Girls wanna block me from the spot, cause they know I'm hot, and I make it pop up. All the boys wanna clap when they see my show. They never stop, they never stop. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
How does it go?
Yeah.
Good. How much money you got a lot.
Well, I thought it was the time actually to do kind of, I've mentioned it before. We want to dive deeper into BTS's discography and stuff like that. The reason why we've delayed it so much is because I'm very scared of how this podcast is gonna turn out in terms of copyright and whether you'll actually be able to see it or not. Because it's so many songs. But we chose to do, as you can obviously tell by the title, BTS Love Yourself Tear or Tear or Tear. I don't know because they're all spelled the same. This will be the third album from the as well as the second installment. Saga. Yeah, to the Love Yourself saga. We've got all the lyrics up, and I don't know. I thought this would be kind of like a nice vibe to just listen to good music.
It's like a listening party, basically.
Listening party.
Well, yeah, but without the streaming part.
What does that mean?
The streaming parties and stuff.
Oh, like it's live.
Like it's like like we're all together in the same.
Shit.
And
People do that stuff.
Yeah.
Damn, that's fun.
I don't know how.
Do they do it live?
Yeah.
What the fuck? How do they not get? Oh damn.
I don't know. I know that a few years back, everybody would be like, "Oh,
actually,
streaming parties."
I saw someone do that for Mamamoo new album.
Ah.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, and I remember now. It was like a few days ago. They were doing they called it that, their video and stuff.
Oh, cool.
I watched it just to see their thoughts and stuff. I didn't know who they were, but they were very enjoyable people.
Cool.
Yeah. So we have heard a few songs from this album as well. The intro, Singularity. Is it V?
Oh,
yeah.
So great.
I think it's one of my favorite BTS songs ever.
Me too. I thoroughly enjoy it. I think the music video is absolutely fantastic. The song, like how it was delivered and his vocal tonality in that piece is bloody beautiful. It's just beautiful. I think it's one of my favorite BTS songs.
Yeah,
so far.
We've watched it on the channel, haven't we?
Yes.
Yeah, hold on. Let me just do this. We watched that one on the channel. There's something else. I'm a thief for the night. To the dance. I'm a thief for the night. See, oh god, you see, but they're so catchy, those things.
Wow, the TikToks. Oh my god, I'd be singing TikTok songs for like the whole freaking
It's
week.
very good. It's very good for music though. Like
very
musicians
good.
wise, how many new artists
Did you
have
discover
now?
through TikTok songs?
And no, how many artists now have they been able to garner an audience?
Yeah,
Through
TikTok.
TikToks going viral and stuff like that. Like it's a must have part of a marketing strategy for a new album, a new song. Yeah, so Singularity we've heard. Also Fake Love.
Yes, we also heard that too. So the first song that we haven't heard from the album would be The Truth Untold.
Yes. I think that's with Steve Aoki.
Which is with the third song on the album. I don't know. It doesn't say.
It is.
Does it?
Featuring
okay.
Steve Aoki.
Okay.
Or Let This Party Begin.
Let's go. Oh, V, yes.
We've got the lyrics up here by Genius.
Oh, I adore that.
Well, hello.
Ooh, Jungkook on a velvety, breathy stuff.
Nice.
Ooh, it's so good. Woo.
Solid.
Oh, we got to see that vocal part in the recent video that we uploaded from with
Jin's
Jin's
best vocals.
Yeah, I think I recall this from that.
What's really interesting about them is that, and I don't know how much gets lost in translation, but
I think this is one of the most accurate translations that there are online.
Well, I hope.
Ingenious. They're
But
trustworthy like that.
yeah, I hope so. Yeah. It's just that they are very lyrical, and I think it really comes down because they're so highly involved in their own lyrics, which for some reason it just holds that much impact, that much more impact when you read such lyrics.
Yeah.
Fucking press play.
Ooh,
The guy just shines, dude.
I love him.
So I can tell why people would recommend this so much. Hard, bro. Once again, I
I
put
feel
them on.
like I've already heard this song though. I have to be honest. It's still good though.
Whoa.
It's still very good.
Yo, hold on a sec. Listen to that.
But I still want you.
Hard.
But I still want you. It's
I like
very
that guy a lot,
good.
man.
Talk about the lyrics though. Let's talk about the lyrics right here. What's happening though?
Go on.
You got only on the post chorus type of like section. It's really interesting because he's talking about I still haven't learned to love me, therefore I can't give you me. I can't show you the most honest part of me, but I still want you. But that creates such a toxic type of relationship already, because it's not a truthful, honest, see-through type of relationship, but what we would consider as a perfect relationship,
Well, at least healthier.
But this is, remember, these songs are like monologues, so he hasn't, I feel like they probably haven't told this to the significant other. It's like an inner monologue. It feels like it's, I am realizing it myself, therefore I'm beginning to understand how I am and how my world works.
Okay.
I feel like it's more personal than and it hasn't been voiced yet. I feel like this is a whole thought process, know?
Let's keep hearing, because
But that's just my perspective.
I have a theory, but I'll tell you later.
I really like how they do that breathiness stuff.
Nice, dude. What the fuck?
Oh, Jimin. Here we go.
It's very good.
Oh, it's so great!
You know what I'm gonna say.
What? Say it.
That guy has 12 voices.
Say it. Say
All
it.
at once. Once again, I put him on a mask.
I really love Jungkook's vocals though. He just takes it to another dimension.
Dude, that guy is special for real.
But I still want you. Ooh! Oh, yes! Feels. Hitting me
Nice.
in the feels.
I can understand why people would think we would like this.
Oh, yeah, totally.
Yeah,
this is
absolutely.
like the bomb. It's vibey.
It's our style,
It's so
yeah.
vibey. Oh, wait for imagine this live with a band. Oh my god. Ooh, ad-libs.
So, what did he say that? Sarang J?
I don't
Usually
know.
they say Sarang E, isn't it?
Yeah, but I don't think...
I don't know, man. I don't know why I'm asking you. You know what I mean? It's just sort of something that came to my head.
I don't speak Korean. I was like, why are you asking me? No,
So
yeah.
my theory, right,
Okay.
is that this is... It goes kind of beyond the idea of maybe a significant other. It goes... I have two, right? So two theories. Theory number one, it's sort of... So this is their third album.
From the saga. Love Yourself saga.
Right. So this is where you've gone past climax here, so you're making self-realizations. You're
Absolutely.
reflecting a bit more than trying to work on yourself. You're it's more a reflective song. And I think it probably has more to do with sort of being in the public eye, fans and all that stuff of like, why do you guys worship me so much if I feel like I'm a monster?
See?
You know, I don't even know me or know who I am yet, but you guys seem to.
And when I go out to meet you, I'm putting on a mask. Because that's
Yes.
what you do when you perform.
And also because people have expectations. Just a
Absolutely.
theory. I have no idea. You know.
Well, that would be very clever. I really like that. I really like that spin. I didn't even think about it.
and this is what I love about. I mean, we've spoken about this before plenty of times. It's what I love about music. That
Yeah.
I'm sure they had an intended purpose, especially because it's their own lyrics, and they're very heavily involved in writing this album. Hence why I was interested in it. And they had an intended purpose. You know, this is what we wanted to show. This is what it meant. So
Yeah.
I'm sure someone in the comments is going to let us know. So I thank you in advance. But what I love about music is just I can twist and turn it, and maybe it makes more sense to me that way.
Absolutely.
Just like it made sense to you, like it's a significant other. You know.
I think it's again is the power of music. How can it be?
Well, it's art, so you can't.
Yeah.
Really, it's not. It's form.
It's not.
that's the same
Yes,
sense.
it is how you call it, very abstract. So you can, even though the message and the lyrics and the idea of the song and the concept itself is very clear and very out there for you to see and understand. I also feel like, you know, it all comes down to personal perspective and emotions and how you want to focus.
And interpret.
How do you want to create the right type of focus? I think it's a very clever piece. I really like it, and I like the way you thought about it, because they do have a very strong relationship with their fandom. With like they're very conscious of that interaction.
One of
you
their
know?
strongest ever, perhaps.
Absolutely, and I think they know how to nourish it as well. And so
But they're very
yeah,
self-aware of it, so I wouldn't surprise me that they.
and they're very honest.
Yeah.
They're very honest in their craft. So yeah, it makes a lot of sense. I like your idea. I like that.
I don't know if it's right.
I like that spin.
It's nice, man. It's so good.
But I still want you.
So Steve Aoki produced this, I reckon.
It's great.
Still want you.
It's not the staple Steve Aoki you would think of. It's great though.
It's good.
It's fantastic.
Oh, let it ride longer.
Oh yeah,
It's
you could
good.
have made this like 10 minutes long. Ah, it's fantastic.
That's
I
very
love
good.
that.
That is very good. Let me.
That was
yeah,
such
about-
a great.
This is the third track of BTS album. Obviously, it speaks of the singer putting on a mask to see the
Yeah.
one that they love. Okay, they create a facade to hide behind the object of their affection. Doesn't see their broken and damaged side. They're afraid that their love will leave them because of this hidden side. So I guess we were both right because
Yeah, it can be interpreted.
yeah,
both.
love, like it's so bizarre to understand the relationship of a fan or a follower or someone that
Supporter,
supports your work and you, because like for example, from my favorite singers, they have marked me, and I've said this in previous podcasts before. I really hope they know how important they are.
Mm-hmm.
So that's like it's like an untold love, you know, love. It's like some sort
Getting
of,
emotional there.
it's like cracking up. It's like some sort of
Sorry.
it's a type of love to some extent.
It is.
you know?
It is a very. I actually think it's like that childlike admiration as well. It ignites when you find a person to look up to, regardless of whether it's art or somebody personally in your life that you stumble upon or whatever. When you start to look up to somebody and admire them and follow them and strongly support whatever they do, it ignites this like first time experience, kinda like a childlike mindset, which the little things get you excited again. It's a very fresh new perspective that they provide, and I think is so wholesome and is very delicate too. It's a very interesting concept.
Well,
so you know,
I think a lot of
it's
people.
kind of magical to
Yeah.
a certain extent.
I think a lot of people will probably be able to relate to lyrics like this. You know, there's been moments where you sort of say you really like someone or it's going really well, but you still have that thought in the back of your head.
It's like your little ghost haunting you.
Yeah, that it happens to me often, which is like maybe I'm like this isn't what this person needs.
Exactly.
She
I'm
might,
not.
yeah, she might think, you know,
I'm right for her.
yeah,
but,
or this was right in this moment. You know, I'm not saying marriage or relationship even, but it's just this is what.
Yeah, but the type of interaction that she might think it's right for
Yeah,
her in
but
her life. And yet you...
In my deep inside, though, I know this isn't what she needs. You know,
Yeah.
weirdly enough, because I'm a fucking monster. That sort of, you know, that lyrics.
Absolutely, I
it's,
agree.
It's very bizarre, sort of, and then putting yourself in those shoes as you listen to a song like this. By the way, whoever knew, because it was most of you, by the way.
Happy Bonfire Night, by the way, if
It's
you're in
Bonfire.
England.
Is it Monica's birthday?
No, it was on the 4th.
Well, everybody go wish her Monica birthday. She loves the
Over on
attention.
Twitter, she loves the attention. Happy birthday, my mon.
She really doesn't, but you know,
She hates it.
yeah, it's a little tease.
Listen,
in
if
good,
you...
in good.
Goodwill,
Goodwill,
good
yes.
heart. Yeah, but if you do feel like, you know, happy birthday, Monica, on the little Twitter situation, she'll be there.
So she's the one that, in case you're new to the channel, she's the one.
Handling
Lovely
Twitter.
Monica. She manages Twitter, and when you guys send requests there, she forwards it to us, and we talk every day. You know, she's
Absolutely.
part of the family, so.
She is family, literally.
Yeah. That's what I said. She's part of the family, isn't she?
Yeah, but that made it sound like, you
Oh,
know,
well, she is family.
adopted or something.
She's literally family.
Like blood related.
Yeah. So yeah, and you know she adores obviously the BTS guys, and she adores Korean industry, the Brazilian industry. She speaks
She
Portuguese.
loves music as much as we do.
So yeah, so you do feel free to send your request there or send her a lovely message. She will read it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's very bizarre to put yourself in those shoes. So she read those
It
lyrics.
is. It's very tough. I think everybody at some point it can relate somehow.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like I've been able to, you know, in certain moments in my life, you know, certain situations, certain people, they just spark this, you know, sometimes like nagging doubt in the back of your head, and they make you question, like, and sometimes they make you realize like you are not in the right place, you know, for them, for yourself. And sometimes it takes a little shake for you to go back to your senses, you know. Sometimes that little nag is important, because it helps you develop, it helps you evolve. But it's so interesting how they manage to maintain the true essence of what they meant and not get lost through translation. Like how they have it sparked those feelings in us right now. That to me is absolutely mind blowing, because like what we're reading is an interpretation of, because it has been translated. And I believe that to be, you know, superior. Like their work for me is absolutely on another level.
It's probably why they...
If you're hearing all that noise, it's definitely fireworks happening. I'm very sorry.
That's probably why they always want to stick to lyricism in their mother language, in Korean, and always mix English and stuff like that. But it's because it's so much more meaningful.
Absolutely.
We experience it when we make songs or write. When we speak in Spanish, it seems, or it feels different.
Even when you listen to certain songs in Spanish, they just hit differently. A great example is that Ricardo Arjona song that we watched recently on the channel. It just sparked so many emotions that I forget that I could feel in my mother language, you know? It was very interesting.
Yeah. Well, let's watch, let's listen, sorry.
134340.
Yeah, 134340. No idea what that means. If anyone knows,
I'm pretty sure they well, let's see.
Well,
is the track of features?
Is the asteroid?
Asteroid.
Is the asteroid number scientists now use to reference Pluto?
Oh, cool.
Ever since it lost its status as the 9th planet in our solar system.
Which I don't understand why they took it off the solar system. That confused me so much after I came out of primary school. It's like, why is Pluto not in the solar system anymore?
Let's listen. Oh, we're gonna enjoy this album a lot, dude.
Oh my god! Oh, this is bar in London vibes. Oh my god. Oh my god, bring back the... Oh, yeah. The jazz, though.
Hard, bro.
I'm shook. Oh, RM. Boy.
Love has no name, everything. Come on, man.
The plural from of you.
From of you. Form of you. Well, it's all a reference to Pluto.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I really like that.
I'm just
orbiting. Oh no, I cannot.
You erased me, you forgot me.
Like you forgot the planet number 9. It's so good.
Nice.
Ooh, sugar. Boy.
Good mixing. Oh, bro.
Oh my god. All day, every day. No problem.
Nice switch up.
Oh, he's
Oh,
so good. Oh
Pause.
my god, stop.
Let me read that. Hold on. I just have to, in case, I don't know. Because I'm pretty sure everyone
But go
knows what
ahead,
we're
say
saying.
it.
But he is, to me, one of the, he has to be. Like that is, and then listen to this, though.
What? You didn't finish your sentence. He has to be the...
Well, one of the best rappers in the planet right now. Listen to
I'm
that.
going with your staple sentences here.
It's not much different from yesterday. Same old days, except you're not here. We were together just up until yesterday, eh? But it's to the point where it's scary. Same days, but no you. I'll be honest, even up until 1 year without you, I was fine. I didn't have any feelings left. The last day I had forgotten, I don't even remember your scent. So, but wait, I've smelled this perfume somewhere. Hey, just when my memory was about to come back, I turned my head around and saw you. You're smiling brightly, but beside you there's...
Hello?
How are you? I'm doing okay. Dude, can you imagine for
Oh
a
my
second?
god, that's just so
But wait,
clever. He's
that-
so clever.
That did happen to me once, though.
That
Well, you know
happens,
this, yeah?
yeah.
Where you know, there was this girl I really liked and like really liked, and we kind of dated for a bit. I guess you can call it dating. And
Yeah, you
then
did.
we just sort of lose touch. I'm doing my own stuff, she's doing her own stuff, and it wasn't the right moment, I guess, not to get melancholic or anything like that, but and then I see her, right, middle of streets of London, it's like a movie, and she's alone, right, but she was waiting for someone.
Ooh.
And I'm like, holy shit, destiny. All this stuff. I'm thinking the thing is, I was walking, and if you've ever been to London,
It was meant to happen.
if you've ever been to London, some of the roads in Central are really long, like really long. So I saw her and I was like, no way, that's her. And I was like, well, let's go talk to her. That's me in my head.
Yeah,
but I'm feeling butterflies, I'm a bit nervous. And then I go up and stuff, and then she's like super surprised. We hug, we talk, blah blah.
Oh.
Like 5 minutes later, this geezer turns up.
It's like, yo, what's that? This is my boyfriend.
Nah, and he wasn't even like that. Like, she didn't even introduce him like that to me.
Ooh, even
because she
more
knew
awkward.
because she knew it would break me.
Oh, that's...
You know?
At least she was considerate, though.
Yeah, and then
She was nice about it.
yeah, but then she had the audacity.
She could have been like, this is my boyfriend.
Yeah, she was just like, oh,
Because you missed your opportunity.
She was like, hey, meet, I don't know, Kevin, She didn't say, like, that's my boyfriend or anything like that. So I was like, maybe they're just friends. Maybe he's not into girls, Because why would
Also,
you be into her? You know what I mean? But yeah, so it turned a bit weird and stuff. I was like, yeah, obviously I'm not meant to be here. And I had somewhere to be. So I was like, well, we'll stay in touch. And then she dropped me a text that night saying something like, it was lovely to see you. And she said something like, I love that you're still wearing that Calvin Klein perfume that I love. Stuff
Oh
like that.
my god.
I know, and I didn't
That's
know,
hard.
I didn't know what to respond, so I never answered. I
You
never did.
aired it?
Yeah, I never did.
You aired it?
I never replied. Yeah.
Oh.
Well,
my
now I've
God.
obviously just outed myself. Yeah.
Well, there you go. Oh my god, do you believe, are you a believer of the right person, wrong time?
I don't know.
Are you a believer of that? Are you one of those people that believe that sometimes
I don't know about it, because sometimes,
just twisted?
yeah, I mean, I don't know.
It's like timelines get tangled and then you're with the right person at the wrong time, or the wrong person at the right time.
I mean, I'd like to believe
Do you
that.
believe in that stuff?
I'd like to believe that there is, to some extent, you're all interconnected. That everyone is connected, and then if your paths are meant to align, then they will. But at the same time, I understand it could be such a far-fetched idea, because maybe if it wasn't the right moment, it's not time's fault, it's yours.
Oh, okay. Ouch.
You know?
Well, it is
Yeah,
totally
because
logical.
who else are you gonna blame?
Time. That's who I am blaming.
I think maybe it is time's fault, but I think to me, maybe to my
like,
way of
I
thinking
think-
it's you. Like, you must get better.
It's true.
There's flaws you have to work on.
I know that is the more mature, and absolutely more like.
Maybe it's more ruthless though. I don't
No,
know.
absolutely take the magic away from life, would ya? But it's definitely way more approachable way of thinking as well. Like you can actually do something about it.
Seems more pragmatic, doesn't it?
Yeah, and it makes you feel responsible for the things that could have happened and never did because it was your fault.
Then you'd go through life with a lot of guilt.
No.
And a lot of weight.
No, you can use it, turn around the table to motivate you and be better. Take those moments to shake you up and piss yourself back together again, you know?
Yeah.
Like, because okay, there was this time I was very upset. I was very upset about a role that I didn't get. I was very upset. I was very sure that I was meant for the role. That role had my name on it. Until this day, I still stand by that. That role has my name on it. But I never got it. I never really had the chance to get it. And even though I was very close, things that were out of my control pushed it away, right? And I remember going to meet one of my coaches to talk about what had happened in the last call I had. And he said to me, I understand you're upset. And you're allowed to be upset for the next 12 hours.
12.
Yeah, after that, you shake yourself, have a great cup of coffee and a nice breakfast, and you start all over again. Yeah. And since then, that marked me so much that even now in my personal life, when something hits me, I'm like, okay, I got 12 hours to be upset over this. I'm going to cry my ass out in this time lapse. But as soon as the sun's out, I'm a different person. I'm ready to face it on, you know? And I think that was pretty cool, you know, those little moments that you get like that.
I think definitely diving deeper into those feelings rather than trying to push them away or resist them, which ironically enough makes them persist.
Oh, it makes them linger on you, weigh on you so much more. I think
facing that, you know, that monster and allowing yourself to be drowned in such emotions for a while, and then rising above them.
With a fresher new perspective.
It's probably healthier.
Yeah.
Let's keep going.
This is fantastic. You know what I have to say about Sugar's part? Like, he could call me on the phone and he'd say, hello, 안녕, I'm ready. Oh, crap. I'm sorry.
There.
Ooh. Oh, V and his velvety vocals will forever be enchanting to me.
Ooh, that bass is so fat.
Oh my god. The whole house is shaking. I love it. Ooh, yeah.
Dude, what a vibe, bro. I would have added some congas there.
Ooh, yeah. Give it a little Latin flair to it.
That's a bloody good song, dude.
A small layer of mist in the heart of the stars. You erased me.
That's a joke song.
That is so great.
I kid you not. I think the last two songs we've heard, the only two songs we've heard, are already some of my favorite BTS songs.
Me too.
We have heard, because my favorite is My Time and Filter. Yeah, those two.
But that's on the On album.
Oh, and Map of the Soul 7.
Oh yeah, Map of the Soul.
Map of the Soul. Yeah, but also my favorite BTS songs.
Yeah.
Singularity is probably my number 3.
Oh, I love Singularity.
Also that one, Duro. What is that one?
Oh, that's Make It Right.
Make It Right. Yeah,
Make It Right.
Like we've heard so many songs.
I think
now.
that was the first song that you were in love with BTS. Like that was your abre boca,
They
like
mocked
your
me.
appetizer.
It's like, what the Korean is such a hard ass language. They
It's like,
mocked me.
oh my god, I want to learn this rap. It's in
literally.
Korean.
Yeah.
Anyways, I just have to say that, the truth untold,
Go on.
I had already heard it, so it didn't hit me as hard. Obviously, the lyrics and how incredibly, like, layered it is, and how many different perspectives you can take totally blew me away. But this one, 134340, I think just slapped me in the face and called me Judy, and I never knew about it,
Yeah.
I really like that. And it's such like, it's rooftop bars in London. That is just the vibe.
We were literally just talking about, obviously, London has gone into the lock bit again. That means you're stuck at home sort of thing again.
Yep.
And England as a whole. And we were just, just sort of, I don't know, talking about the best clubs we've been to, the best bars we've been to. Because we actually...
Reminiscing in the old good old times.
Because we actually barely go out to bars together or clubs together.
No. We are more of like restaurant type people, like to go together.
Yeah, but and this now we're sort of thinking, this has made us kind of realize there's so many bars that are restaurant bars kind of thing with live music that we have to visit together, because maybe you've gone on your own or I have gone on my own, but we haven't gone together. And we were just talking about that bit, and this sort of just feels
like that.
Perfectly.
Like it would fit so well in the London bar scene. It's so good.
The next one is Paradise.
That's right. Let's go.
Paradise is a great song. It's a great song by BTS.
Well, it is. Yes, indeed.
Oh, just John Cook's vocals all day long, dog.
Yes, sir. Ooh!
42195. The hell does that mean?
It's a set distance for marathons. So it's usually
22 miles, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, this is a good song.
This is literally doing a song.
Oh, turn it up. I'll read the lyrics later. Brother. I mean sister.
Brother.
Oh my
He
god.
done changed my whole gender.
Hit me so hard I changed. Oh my gosh, dude, that's insane. Oh, hold on, let me read the lyrics. That is a joke. This is marathon, life's long, so take it slow. 42195. The end is filled with a paradise of dreams, but this is the pre-chorus. Jimin, I guess they meant to say Jimin and John Cook.
I think so.
But the real world is different from what's promised. We need to run, we need to step on it. If you shoot a flare, you don't have a destination. There's no sceneries at all until you breathe out, until your breath comes out to your chin. You need to. You need to.
You need to take a breath. Like you need to take a break.
So it's a sort of idea of pacing yourself through
exactly.
life.
If you run too fast, everything becomes blurry, and you're moving too fast. You don't
tunnel
get
vision.
You don't get to enjoy what life really is about. You don't enjoy the journey at all. And you need to take a break.
It's alright to stop.
Exactly.
There's no need to run without even knowing the reason. It's alright to not have a dream. If you have moments where you feel happiness for a while, it's alright to stop. That's an interesting message, because I feel like, especially our generation, we've grown up in this sort of mentality of hustle. Don't stop. Rest when you die.
Yeah,
All this
and then
weird motivational stuff that's happening, and if you hustle and you go super hard and it's like
you burn out. That's what happens.
apart from that, but and I understand that mentality. It has its time and a place, but you miss so much. I've been I guess to some extent a very small example of this. In our lives, of you miss so much and you stop being present, and
Absolutely.
things just pass you, and then achievements don't even make sense.
Yep.
and they don't even matter.
They become absolutely meaningless to you.
You forget how to celebrate. You forget how to stop. You forget how to enjoy. So
How to breathe to a certain extent.
it's refreshing to hear that sort of stuff, especially something that hits so home through music. That it is right, and I'm sure that even now, someone, listening to this, it probably will apply to them.
Yeah.
And maybe you are going. It's not that you're going too hard. Maybe you forget to look around.
Yeah.
Maybe you forget to
Take
stop.
in the scenery. Yeah, and I think it's like it can. And you don't have to go far. Like, you don't have to go to a different state or move out of country or do something radical like that to appreciate your life as it is. I think it just goes by, waking up and walking the same road every morning and realizing that perhaps the sky is different this morning, like looking at life with purposely with a fresher intent,
Yeah. I read this book. Fudge. What is the name of it? It will come back to me. And it was just sort of this. I read it a while ago, maybe like 6 years ago.
Oh, okay.
And it was this mentality of why adults should behave like children.
Oh yes, I remember reading a Louis Hay book that said that you had to look at life with a child's eye.
Yeah,
with children's excitement,
innocence,
and innocence. Yeah. Like even if the monotone, repetitive things that happen in your life due to routine, like learn to appreciate them as if it was your first time. It's like learn to enjoy the little things for what they are and not for what you wish they would be.
That sense of wonder, really cool. Isn't it?
Yeah.
But so it was a very interesting thought when I first read it, and a kind of like a way of looking at life. But it makes so much sense when you sort of, because these things just go like this.
It is.
Like, so many people that kind of, they missed their whole high school experience. They didn't enjoy it, because it went so fast. And you forget that time, it's constant.
Yeah.
So it feels 6 years is a long time in high school. But
when you look back at it, it's
it was so fast.
A blink. It just happened.
I wish I knew that this stuff wasn't going to matter 4 years down the line.
The thing is, though, when you're stuck in a moment like that,
like an embarrassing moment, I mean.
Yeah, or like anything, like when you're engulfed in a chapter on your life, people from the outside will tell you, don't get caught up, or like learn to move on, and learn to see things differently.
Perspective.
And perspective is so important. And I remember,
it's difficult.
Even now in today in my mid-20s, some people say this to me, like older people say this to me, and sometimes I'm like, yeah, but I am doing it. What do you mean? I am. But you're like, so excited about everything, and then
very hard.
Yeah, it's hard finding a balance, but whenever you can, you should take them a active moment to breathe.
I feel that at least that cannot hurt.
Absolutely, I agree too. Like everything, it needs balance. You can't get caught up in the slow motion of life either, But is finding that right balance in life.
Yeah, being able to enjoy paradise if you do get there.
Mm-hmm.
Take shut up.
Hard.
Hard. Nice. If having a future is only a dream existing, then what's the dream you had last night in your bed?
There's so much in that verse. They're so clever. The rappers are so clever. They're so bloody lyrical.
Ah! Oh my gosh.
Ooh! Oh, those vocals after the chorus was so good.
Oh, sugar. Here we go.
Yes.
Pause.
It's you. It's you.
Sorry, it's me. Sorry, Joe used
Oh
to
my
do it,
god,
yeah.
that's so good.
So we'll break down that 1 second, but let's break RMs first.
There's so much in RM's.
Is that we borrow dreams from others, like a debt. We learn that we need to become great, like a light. Your dream is actually a burden. Why did they say that? Why is that highlighted?
Because I believe without.
So this is a reference to No More Dream.
Okay.
The debut song when we watched. They were
I
in the
remember,
bus.
yeah, when they were
rapping.
like 16 years old.
Yeah.
When Jungkook was like 16.
Yeah, we talked about our dreams and dares us to find our own path and being sort of they were being defiant one day in this whole video.
And I remember I also feel like this can be seen as when we're young we get dreams put on us, expectations put on us,
Okay.
and a path to be walked.
Yeah, but if it's a
on
dream
us.
put on you, it's not really your dream, is it?
Yeah, but exactly. But he's saying we borrow dreams from others, and then we somehow believe that they're ours. That there is our responsibility to carry on with them.
I took it more like, say you watch someone on TV and they're
It's
very
like your dream is
famous.
actually a burden.
But I took it more like, say you're watching someone on TV and they're very famous and they seem to have everything figured out, and you're only 7, and hey, I want to be a singer.
Fair enough.
But
Not
being a
also to
singer
me.
is very difficult. You're very fatigued all the time. You have no private life.
Yeah.
Being famous isn't that good.
Yep.
Privacy, the sacrifices that come with fame and money. Money comes with its own burdens. So I took it more like that.
I see. I think that also applies very very literal to how he exposed it in the lyrics.
But I do understand
think-
your point that there's a lot of people that get, like the
Like-
burden is the dream itself. 'Cause it's
Yeah,
not theirs.
exactly. And I think that's what it is. Your dream is actually a burden. So even if you liked the idea at the beginning or at in the journey, even if you liked, for example, the dancing life that your grandma told you to follow, going to ballet every week was fantastic. But then when it came to a point where you had to make a choice for yourself, it became a burden.
That's it.
So I feel like that could have been seen that way too.
If having a future is the only dream existing, then what is the dream you had last night in your bed? This would be a very spiritual way of looking at it, very ethereal.
I like
Sort
it.
of like, what do you call it? To some extent, not law of attraction, but the dreams are this sort of a non-physical manifestation of a future.
Yes,
Of a possible
absolutely.
future. It's right if the name of the dream is different, be it buying a laptop next month or just eating and sleeping. Not just anything at all, yet having a lot of money. Not doing anything at all, yet having a lot of money. Who says the dream must be something grand? Just become somebody. We deserve a life, whatever big or small, you are you after all. Yeah, but it's a lovely message. What the hell? There's nothing wrong with that
It's
message.
true, but how often you get?
Like, it's okay to be okay. It's
How-
okay to be you. It's
Exactly.
okay to have your dream.
What I
it's
find
rare.
refreshing about this is how often do you find that you stumble upon lyrics like this?
Well, it's encouraging.
You know, it's like a breath of fresh air.
If you're a 15, I don't know. If you're a 22-year-old like me, right, and you listen to those lyrics, it's encouragement. It's like, it's okay that you want what you want, and it's hard, and that maybe it might feel like a burden. Or maybe if I was 16 and I still, but maybe if I was earlier, like 14, and I didn't know what my path was.
Or you
And
had
you listen
choices to make, and
Yeah,
you
and you
didn't-
listen to lyrics like this, it's rather encouraging and
Absolutely.
powerful. It gives you energy to some extent.
Yeah.
Then go to Sugars.
And then there's sugar.
Down. Not with an
Sugar.
R, mate.
I know, sugar.
I don't have a dream. To dream is sometimes scary. So this is a more, I don't want to say a nihilistic perspective, but a much.
Realistic. I think a lot of people go through this.
I agree, but I think this is a much. What would be the right word?
Black than white.
Yeah, perhaps.
A bit more cutting out the chase, straight to the point.
Yeah.
And I feel I don't know.
The word will come to me.
Okay.
I don't have a dream. To dream is sometimes scary. To just live like this, to survive like this is a small dream to me. To have a dream, to grasp a dream, To breathe is sometimes too much trouble to handle. Saying this person's living like this, that person's living like that. The world's hurling at me. So yeah, it's more of a.
I believe that's a little. That's a person that's gone through a lot of pressure from its environment, you know, because I believe that sometimes I've been in a situation like that where I feel like the bubble I'm stuck inside, it is, you know, there's a lot of pressure from it, and then even the breathing part of life becomes a burden. It becomes a lot of trouble to go through.
And it's sort of like an idea of when does a dream become a nightmare?
Yeah,
And,
it's like,
and who are you to dream? Like, what gave you the right?
absolutely.
You know, so it's scary. It's like, I have to be brave to dream, you know?
That's right.
Those are very intriguing lyrics. Now J-Hope is coming next. Oh, it's me. Fudge. So used to you being the boss with the power of the play button.
You're playing it from the beginning.
Oh, am I? That switched off. I love this song, dude. Coming. Yeah. Nice.
So he's always got that hopeful brightness to him.
Bouncy. It's
Yeah,
bouncy, dude.
I know even the lyrics as well. It's a bit more like a brighter side to it all.
Friend. Hey, mouse. That's it. Stop running for nothing, my friend. That's hard. Stop running for nothing, my friend.
I love the rhythmical phrasing of that line. It's really clever. Stop running from nothing, my friend. Ooh,
It's a good song.
so great.
That's a good song.
So great.
It's a very, very
so,
good song.
so great. I love what J-Hope brought into the table. I think everybody brings
With their own
the rap
colour.
line. Yeah, I feel like they bring their own little minds and like their worlds, because you know how that saying goes.
Yep.
Every mind is a world on its own.
Yes.
I believe that we get a VIP ticket to their brains and how they see the world itself
To the lyrics.
through this type of little verses, you know? We get a little insight into how they actually feel and have felt and continue to develop in the world. And I think that is so freaking great.
Very.
I understand why people, you know, go absolutely crazy now, because you know, at the beginning when BTS was starting to make noise, to me was like, oh, a new group, that's pretty cool, a boy band that hasn't happened in ages, that sounds like fantastic, it's cool. Because I think the first time I heard about BTS, it was like 2018, and I don't remember the last boy band probably being One Direction in 2010, so 8 years had passed, you know? So to me it was like,
I think One Direction
cool.
disbanded like 2014, then like 16, something like that.
Yeah, but I never followed them.
Yeah,
like
we never did.
I never followed them. I followed their solo careers after, which is bizarre enough, but they're fantastic. But you know, and everybody used to talk about, wow, they got such a great spirit and their energy and everything that they do is so cool. I'm like, oh, interesting. It just seemed like an alien concept.
Yeah.
But now that you get to dissect what's happening in the musicality, first of all, hooked me up so fast, and then the lyricism and the personal development that they have taken all together, the path that they have chosen to walk together. To me, that was also something so mind-blowing. It's like, how do you get 7 people to think, to actively want to better themselves, and in that journey better everybody else that's listening to their music too? To me, that was like, whoa, that speaks volumes.
I think by being a natural source of good energy.
Oh yes.
You know, that's how you make others, you know, that saying of lead by example.
But you also have to be very honest, because these things can easily go wrong.
Of course.
And be translated
and
into...
it could have gone wrong.
Yeah.
You know, this is mad as well. You know, this is the other side of the coin. It could have very well gone wrong.
Yeah.
The lyrics didn't resonate with anyone. The lyrics were too honest, or too or maybe too positive or absurd, or maybe too dark and nihilistic. It could have gone wrong. Absolutely. That's why it's impressive that they are where they are, because it could have very well gone the other way, down the toilet.
What I like about it, though, is that what I feel has made them gain the success that they have.
And they were on the brink of not making it too.
Absolutely.
So.
But I believe that success comes from the crystal clear honesty through their art,
I agree,
through their
I would agree.
craft.
Yeah, I would agree.
Yeah, it's really cool. It's fantastic. I really like these guys.
Okay, the next one is Love Maze.
Yeah.
Oh, and then Magic Shop has very good reviews everywhere I've seen. The one after this?
Yeah?
Yeah, so...
All right, let's
but
see.
I've never heard Love Maze. Oh, I've never heard any of this, actually. Here we go. Weird chord progression.
Yeah, very interesting.
Circus-like.
Yeah, very circus-like progression, yeah. Ooh, I like that.
Oh, I like this bit better.
Ooh, oh my god.
Yeah. Nice. I don't wanna cock it.
Oh, it's just his rhythmicality is so cool.
Yeah. That's good. You is a maze.
I like that.
You is a maze. Okay.
You is a maze. As in, like, you are the maze, and also amazing. I like that.
Got it.
I know, I didn't. Yeah.
It's closer to sort of like a staple sound. Nice. It's a good beat. Dun, dun. Dun, dun. Dun, dun. Dun, dun.
I love Jimin's vocals, sir.
Promise. Nice. That's okay. It's good. I like that.
I like
effect.
how they equalize his voice here.
One, two.
Yeah, the cross phrasing and the rhythmical
Hard.
lines is sick.
He doesn't decide to do anything easy for some reason. Always goes hard, like.
Because he's so clever, that's why. He's too
See, that-
clever. He's too
Oh,
clever.
it's me. That was uncomfortable. That
Cross phrasing in the
that
end.
was so. That would be so uncomfortable to learn. Obviously, he
He
wrote
comes
it.
up with this stuff.
Yeah, but to come up with that, like, why would you try to do it so complicated? You know what I mean?
It's like, oh, what? Because he's so clever.
Why,
That's
bro?
why. It's like, why, bro?
It's like
It gives complexity to my lyrics.
it's like when you see really great lyricists, rappers in English or whatever language, like for example El Residente. You know, well, he speaks in Spanish, But
Or
sometimes
when you see people like Daryl Ong do like ridiculously intricate
like
musical
singing,
arrangements.
that would be
and
an example of
singing.
singing. Yeah, but El Residente, to me, he's one of the best rappers, or if not their best rapper, of that Latin America has ever produced.
Yes, I agree. Staple.
And not only because he marked my childhood, but I genuinely think lyricism was he's the greatest. But he likes to do things. If he could have done it one way, the easy way, he likes to do it the hard way.
Yeah, he'll tangle things up.
And he genuinely chooses it. I've never heard him speak about this, but you can see.
You can tell, yeah.
Like, why did you choose to do it the hardest, most uncomfortable, complicated way for you? And I guess it's just because, sometimes simplicity, it goes a long way, but when you're that good, complexity just
comes naturally to you.
Yeah.
I think that's what, that's when you need to understand yourself as an artist and a creator. What feels natural to you is the most important. And I believe that with Suga, El Residente, Daryl Ong in his musical arrangements and people like that.
Obviously Eminem, Rose the Five.
Yeah,
RM can very well be on that list. He likes to do very strange stuff with his raps and paint different pictures with different colors.
Absolutely, and the list goes on. But I believe that what's interesting about them is that complexity comes natural to them, and therefore they don't choose it. It's rhythmically chosen for them.
Or they have a special connection to the muse.
Basically, it's like the muse. It's like the muse chooses what's right for them because it's so natural. They're such vessels,
like the chosen ones.
Yeah, it's sick though. Oh, J-Hope's coming up.
Dude, John Cook and Vegas, sick.
He's such a pop rapper, but it's such
Bouncy.
a cool thing.
I think it's a perfect feature, dude, for anything.
Anything. Any style. Oh, it's so good.
Hard. Yeah, so
Ooh, it's really cool. I just realized how they obviously when you listen to the rhyme itself,
yeah.
when they say "come closer" in Love Maze, I was wondering why they didn't say in a love maze. But obviously it doesn't fit rhythmically because the Korean word for closer, the closer is really phonetically similar to maze at the end.
All right.
And I was just trying to understand how they did that. Oh, it's really clever. That always blows my mind. I love when people like mix and match languages to create really clever rhymes. I like that. Never mind.
They've seemed to become masters at that, anyways, because they have such a broad audience around the world that speaks English and doesn't speak Korean, so they kind of become really good at mixing both languages and making them sound rhythmically, not only literally sound, but very well. But that also songs that make sense grammatically, and the translation doesn't get that lost.
Yeah, it's really cool.
So a bit of background for this. Most of the lyrics were written by RM,
Ooh,
who previously used the metaphor of a maze to describe love in both his featuring part on primary song You, as well as in Dilemma, a song he wrote and produced for ballad duo Home.
that's cool. That's freaking awesome. I love that. That guy is so talented.
I was just gonna mention that J-Hope, the way he raps, because they all three of them have such different styles. I feel that J-Hope, and do correct me if I'm wrong, but if you weren't a hip hop fan or a fan of rap, right, I feel like J-Hope was probably the person that made you enjoy rap for the first time.
Yep.
Because I feel like Sugar and RM are such purists.
Yep.
That's what you expect rap to sound like at the highest level.
Absolutely.
But J-Hope, because he's so bouncy and so trendy in the way
so
he raps.
accessible. I feel like he's very accessible.
I feel like, it's, it's kind of like a second beat to the main beat.
Absolutely, yes.
So I'd imagine, I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'd imagine that's a lot of you were probably converted, or a lot of fans converted into hip hop or rap fans, or maybe enjoyed the raps more through J-Hope's sort of a capability of rapping.
I think you're correct. What's really clever about BTS is that they have been able to adapt to every genre that's ever been made in the history of music. You know, they can adapt and make it theirs, and J-Hope would be a fantastic feature.
They haven't done every genre, have they?
Any freaking song you would want to.
But they haven't done every genre.
Well, they did something pretty classical.
They haven't done Afro. They haven't done.
No, but they've done like
Done
that.
anything like
Latin.
funkish.
They've done like reggaeton, Latin type stuff.
Dude, there's a whole lot of genders. Genres.
genders too. But
Genres.
I'm just saying that are commercially like worldwide out there. I think like they got it down.
Maybe they might as well. I don't know.
I feel,
Let us know let us know one song from each genre that they've done, if you know.
ooh, that's a good
As
one.
wide, like the genres, as broad as possible.
I think that's a very good one. Yeah,
That'll be fun to check out. Like I don't know, see what genres they've actually done. Because obviously R&B suits them very well. Pop, obviously pop suits them very well. Jazz, they seem to have. They've never done jazz, but they've done jazzy things.
Yeah.
Bit of blues every now and then. The way they do
Latin influence stuff.
in some of their stuff. True.
Some classical
ballads,
influence
some
stuff
classical
too.
So they've done, I guess,
A
primary
broad
genres.
genre. A broad mix of stuff. All
Okay,
right.
Magic Shop. A lot of expectations for this.
Okay.
Because
Hit me.
everyone that I know that knows BTS has told me this is one of their favorite songs. I don't know if it's maybe, and it's also one of the most popular ones of this album. I don't know if maybe it's because, I don't know, it's just really good, or it was a video came with it. What are you reading?
I'm just reading the.
Here BTS is showing.
Oh, sorry. I took it off by problem.
Oh, a song made for fans. There you go. That's why.
That's why. Yeah. Okay. Let's go.
Made by Jungkook.
Ah, yay!
Made for fans by the youngest member. He expressed that he expressed that they would feel very happy if fans can find comfort through his song when they're struggling, tired, and in pain. In the song, they say that the fans feel tired if they look. There's this place called the Magic Shop in their hearts where they can find love of all the BTS members. Magic Shop is a place where your fears are exchanged for happiness. As in the lyrics, BTS wants you to take your fears, pains, and give you back happiness. Blah, blah, blah.
Oh my god!
That's very lovely, isn't it? Go on.
That's awfully lovely, isn't it? Awfully lovely, isn't
What do you
it?
want me to say instead?
Very lovely. Very lovely.
Get a cup of tea? Beep!
Bing! British card. Bim! Ooh, I love V. I love him.
He's got such a great voice, John, man. Cookie boy.
Ooh.
Said you win, didn't I?
Chumma.
Bro, Korean sounds so hard, man. Why?
He's so cool. Melody. Ooh, so good. So many words.
Live. Yeah.
Oh.
Oh yeah, they merge really well, Jin and Jimin.
so
Always.
well.
They've done it most of the time.
So well. They have a similar range, vocally speaking. Like Jin is more chesty, like more belty.
Jimmy's more twangy.
Jimin's more falsetto-ish, like more breathy.
More on the dubstep vibe. I'll show you, so show me. Nice. Yeah, this was a fan favorite, isn't it? Yeah.
Nice.
Nice.
Oh, it's Restless. Oh, so cute.
I always. Nice, man. The way he writes the beat is so clean.
Ooh! Oh my god! Nah. Ooh!
That's very good. Or drinking a glass of hot tea and looking up at the Milky Way. Damn.
I love Jin's power. It's good. He's got a power.
I'll show you, so show me. I'll show you.
Oh my god, this is the song that you want to sing whilst you're crying your eyes out. Show me, I'm showing you. This is it.
That's what I imagine when they pull this out in like a concert. People just go fucking nuts.
No.
You know, and this will be the one that, because the chorus is so, you know, it's just English. It will be so.
No, you got a little hook there that is literally.
Sorry,
the
the hook,
fans.
yeah. Oh my gosh, the fluff of this bloody thing.
I gotcha.
It's killing me. It's in my nose now. It's my eyes. but yeah.
It's hitting me alive.
I think this is probably the one that most people, yeah, like, you know, it touches them.
Yeah.
Probably cry after this.
Oh, definitely.
You know, the lyrics are very lovely. I mean, the bit where they say go up,
Oh, sorry.
where they say like the
While
chorus, while drinking a glass of hot tea
tea.
and looking up at the Milky Way, you'll be right, you'll be all right. Oh, this is here in the magic shop. Yeah, what is that movie that because you always get that sort of thought, or not saying to some extent, where people, you know, when you miss a loved one, you know, look inwards and feel their love because they are with you. I guess their version of that is the magic shop, a shop where everything's possible, like that Harry Potter scene.
Yeah.
Well, they
with
sell
the
love
brothers.
potions and all
Yeah,
that stuff.
with the Ron Weasley's brothers.
Yeah, a fantastical place.
Yeah.
A place where, yeah,
Magic is real.
yeah, and reality, it's to some extent transformed into a brighter version of it.
I like that.
But you're the one that has the power to do that.
Yep.
Nice.
V is so cool, dude.
See, he chose there his fifth voice, the sixth.
I love Jimin too.
That beat sounds like an advert.
It's like Samsung Galaxy 305. Get it now.
You know those soundboards that people do their thing? I see someone doing a cover of that.
Oh yeah.
The galaxy inside of you. That's good.
Oh, it's a great song.
Yeah, so
it's so great.
And I might, hold on, that bass is driving me nuts because there's something on top of it. All I hear is that. Just a reminder, that's a woofer, it's not table.
Oh, dude, I'm having such a great time.
It's brilliant. It's so lovely.
I am having such a great time.
And I don't feel rushed. Like I don't feel like I have to hold back on any of my thoughts.
Oh, not
That's
at
why I love the
all.
podcast.
I feel like I actually get to express the most and experience the most out of this artist.
I like take a time digesting the song.
The song,
you know?
yes. You know, but this is what we actually do with new albums and artists that we find anywhere out there in the world when we're not in front of the camera. This is what we do. We search up the lyrics, we're talking to each other. It's like we find little references, we discuss amongst each other, and now we can do it with you. Which is so freaking cool.
It's very weird. Like
now you're part of the conversation. Is the coolest thing ever.
Because
and what I thought was something so personal and you know, special to me, now I get to share with all of you.
That's what was weird. That's what is still weird. That we did used to do this before the, you know, years ago, before even Feature Friday was a thing.
Yeah.
Even when it was, when it had no one watching it, you know what I mean? Prior to that, we would still do it, and it was a very personal, to some extent, intimate experience of, it was either me alone in this room with my eyes closed, just like now, listening to music, trying to digest and make sense of it, or us together, you know, with the dim lights and maybe a snack or something, and listening to music, and then talking about it. So, fuck, did he mean that like that way, or was it like this? Or, and then you'd be like, dude, how does he know that? Like, I've been exactly, you know what I mean?
Absolutely. And now we get to have these conversations and dissect music and learn about different cultures in the world and have you involved in the conversation. And I think that is so awesome.
And it's bizarrely enjoyable because
it makes me excited to hear your thoughts and opinions too. Like, I want to know your interpretations of things. I want to know how you guys felt when you first heard these songs and read the lyrics and stuff. And
because this album is, you know, it's an older album.
Yeah.
So when you heard it for the first time, like, what was your
impression? Because this happened, what?
2018.
Yeah.
2 years ago. So this is when you kind of found out about BTS.
Yes, that was the year that Monica went to the BTS concert for the first time, and she was totally
she's an original, dude.
Yeah, well, she had been following them from since the beginning of BTS, basically. Right. And I remember, you know, she said to me, Valeska, what they got is something very special. You should definitely check it out. And I remember listening to some of their albums with her and, you know, just taking it in. But
because which ones have you heard? You heard you told me earlier. You heard.
It's not like I've heard many. It's probably one or two.
I think you've heard Her. No.
Yes.
Or Face Yourself or something like that.
What?
Face Yourself. Hold on, I'll tell you now. CO.
Okay.
The Most Beautiful Saga, probably.
Yes, I heard some of that. And I think I've heard Her as well. And
Love
Wings.
Yourself. This is the one we're hearing now, Wings.
Is that... No, we're hearing Tear.
Are we?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we are. Oh, you've heard Wings.
Yeah,
That's
I've
why.
heard
That's why.
Wings.
Yeah, sorry. I had a bleep. That's why we.
I had a bleep.
That's why. Because I've always said it that we would. I said it in all the videos. Like, I wanted to watch Wings because that's the one a lot of people were saying, and then this was the second most requested one. And the reason why we didn't choose Wings is because you've heard a lot of it. I'm not sure if you've heard all of it, but you've heard like songs from in and out from all these albums.
Yeah.
Whether you've heard the albums in and out.
No.
I'm not sure. The other one that I want to watch, again, we're just running on a thin line here.
Copyright.
Yeah, it was dark and wild because the comment that got the most likes. Thank you for commenting, by the way, and like liking each other's stuff. It lets us know what you want, and even if they don't get many likes, we still read everything. So
Absolutely.
But yeah, I would like to do dark and wild because that one seems a bit darker and
Wild.
wilder. So, but I'm really loving this. I think a lot of you know R&B is my thing.
Yes. But I love how they incorporate pop into their music. It feels natural. It doesn't feel forced. It doesn't feel like it's a product placement, you know? Like, sometimes when I get fed pop, I feel like I'm being forced to eat something that I don't want. Like, I didn't order, you know?
I slightly felt in the previous song, Magic Shop. The message is lovely, right? I'm just not a big fan of dubstep stuff.
Fair enough.
Anymore. Ironically, he never had a face.
He had a face. When he was the gamer, he had a face.
But I'm not that big of a fan for that. I feel there's so many other ways. Maybe because he lacks so much human touch. You know?
Fair enough.
But there's so many other ways.
You have evolved.
I don't know. I don't know if I'm better or worse than before. But, you know, I feel like there's so many other ways and instruments and more human-made sounds that you choose to express the same message that they that type of, you know, but to each their own.
There you go. I think it did its job. Now,
It definitely had an impact though. It worked.
Yeah, the next song would be then Airplane Part 2, but we have heard it, we have seen it live. I think it's so cool.
That was one of our first, some of our beginnings
of BTS, and I love the Latin flair that this song has. It is so great. I stand for everything that those guys do on
the
stage
one with the Latin
live.
flair?
Yeah, they
did it in that show, didn't they?
Yeah, they were wearing those white suits that looked like rancheros. You know, like they were singing rancheras.
Okay, so this one is An Pan Man.
Anpan Man, and I think it's based on a Japanese cartoon character,
Right.
and is basically saying that they'll try to protect people even though they're not Anpan Man.
Sort of like a hero.
Yeah.
Right. Let's give this a go. Very poppy. Pan Man. That sounds funny. Pan Man. Is that Superman maybe?
Yeah. Ooh!
Bouncy, dude. Old school.
It's fun!
Look at. But Superman. Interestingly mixed. Back and forth.
Yeah, it's like, it's duplicated, the voice is like layered.
Very trendy.
It's so trendy. It's hip hop of 2017.
16 onwards.
Yeah.
Batman, I've been waiting for you. But that's catchy as hell.
Is that V? I think it is V.
Yeah.
I think it is.
It could be RM when he sings as well. He goes like that.
True. I think it's V though.
It's there.
Ooh! Dude, this is such a bop.
Huh? Bang tang, still bang tang.
We're balling, still bang tang.
I'm a new superhero, I'm Pan Man. Yo!
That is so cool.
Bloody fluff is all over my mouth. That pow. You could get crazy RM here.
Oh yeah, you can do it.
Yeah. That's nasty.
Oh, this song is so good.
I'm Pan Man.
Waiting for you.
Nice.
Turn it up. Let me hear you say.
Waiting for you.
Turn it up.
Hey, ballin',
Still bang tang.
Yeah.
Oh, this is fun. Balling, still bang
It
bang.
reminds me of something. I can't remember what it is.
Ooh, that's
The
good.
twerking part.
It is. Twerking to BTS, let's go. Balling, still balling, still bang bang. It just sounds like.
So they. Hey. Nice.
As a new superhero,
I'm not surprised they've collaborated with Jason Derulo now.
Oh yeah, it sounds like Jason Derulo. Yeah.
It would be a good feature.
Let me see. Cat pop. Oh, what a fun song!
Yeah, so
That is such a fun song. It is true. It kind of reminds me a bit of like
yeah, it's
Jason
Derulo-ish vibes.
Yeah.
Kind of like that type of idea.
Jason
Swalla-la-la, that type of
Derulo,
stuff,
yeah.
But it's what they do really well, which it was my, I guess, my criticism of a lot of Korean pop that we were listening to is, and this is known, like you guys know this if you've seen the podcast, is that they use so many different types of beats and they try to feed so many different crowds by utilizing many different genres in one song that you lose the concept of the singular song. So what I feel BTS never fell into was that. Mm-hmm. I feel that they always
they were riding their own wave.
and I felt that they always rode the wave of congruency, which you
Yeah.
can see in all of their albums. We have one concept, is one mission to try and push this idea to our audience and explain it as clearly as we can, to share the message that we want to share with this album. It's not, let's see if we sound good doing all these different genres.
That's right.
It's experimental enough to see BTS is pushing boundaries, but it's also congruent enough that you're getting the staple BTS sound, and also you get a well produced a well produced song
Yeah.
that doesn't
like,
get lost within itself.
absolutely, and it doesn't let you get lost in its concept, or guessing what the concept is, because sometimes the guessing game is good because it keeps you hooked, but sometimes it completely loses you. Yeah,
it's like
they're knocking. Yeah, go.
No knocking, that's are they?
Yeah, they were knocking.
No, it's in the next door. If
Okay, if they're knocking,
Yeah,
they'll
they're
knock
knocking
again.
in. But what was I gonna say? Oh, you threw me off. It's sort of like when you date someone.
You threw me off.
It's like when you date someone at the beginning, right? They keep you guessing, sort of a lot of attraction and stuff like that. But then, if they play too many games, or they're too weird to figure out,
Then you get lost, and you lose interest.
yeah. But if they're like that at the beginning, but also very congruent with themselves.
I don't know if they're knocking at the door or
That's
not.
not knocking, dog. That's someone beating each other up outside.
Oh my god, it's not. Never mind.
Doesn't matter. Who the hell wants us now? It's the other one.
Okay.
Or maybe they.
I think it's because we were waiting for packages.
Oh really? Hey, Dad.
Papi. Papa.
Maybe he's asleep.
Papito. Papish. Never
So
mind.
I
Well,
could go.
never mind. Guess we're going to have to reschedule packages.
Future Friday comes first.
You are a main priority.
So it's sort of like that, if you get someone that's sort of too weird to figure, not too weird, but like it's
It's
to-
just kind
on
of
and
like,
off.
yeah, if you're not concurring with your,
with who you
oh
are.
yeah, with yourself, then
It's weird.
people get lost.
It's weird, but I think they're really strong with their concepts.
Yeah, so the next song would be then.
So
what? So we're here, we're ready, let's go.
Any
So
background on this?
what? I feel like this verse implies that,
Did someone write that?
although, yeah, I think it's somebody like a fan or something.
It looks like it. You shouldn't let it affect you, and you shouldn't let your mind linger on your worries.
Cool. I like that. That's a good way of thinking. Ooh, okay. What happened to the bass?
It was equalized like that.
Ooh.
Very poppy now.
Ah, there you go. Oh my god, this is like...
Chris Brown, back in the day.
Yeah, it is. Ooh! That is so cool!
unexpected.
But see, this is enough. This is enough weird to keep you hooked. You know what I'm saying?
If anyone can rap on a weird pop beat like this, it's Sugar.
Sugar and RM.
It will suit J Hope really well. Yeah. Good mix, man.
I like
Jimin and
it.
Jungkook.
I feel like getting to go to a club.
This is where people jumping. Oh, the choreography of this must be mad.
Absolutely. So what? Let go. They got it wrong, not me.
I've heard this.
Let go. Yeah, play that on a club whilst I'm getting a drink at the bar, shouting at the bartender, I want that one.
Oh. See, it suits him. It suits him. Please bring the bass back. Oh, they decided to do it. Alright. I wanna do it right now. I wanna do it right now.
What is that song?
Where Will.i.am.
Ah,
Eyed
yeah.
It's a reference to that. It has to be.
It has to be.
It has to be.
Yeah, I think it is.
And that's his sound.
Young and wild
Whoa.
and free. This is, dude, they could have played this at Coachella, like live.
Here we go.
So what? Ding, 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 ding,
So-
ding, ding. So what? It's so Chris Brownish. Let go.
Well, so certainly not my, this is not my style of music. This is pinnacle of pop.
I think it's fun. This is at a concert. This bangs.
Yeah, so
This at a club bangs.
time and a place.
This at Coachella banged.
Time and a place, and I have learned to become better at this, and through you, which is sometimes when I listen to some songs, I'm like, nah, that's trash. See ya, right? And then ballet is like, nah.
So critical.
Think about it. It's like, think about it. First of all, like, where you listening to it now, right? And this goes as deep as like, what mood are you on? What are you thinking? What is your
You also have to think
how
of the
receptive
commercial.
are you right now?
Yeah.
And then also, how aware are you? Like, these are the songs that made them too. These are the songs that probably sold a lot of records. These are the songs that also, when you play them in the right environment, lights, music, drinks,
The right choreography, the right type of equalization.
you won't
light,
hear me
everything.
complain
Absolutely
at all.
not.
So I've learned, even from 2013 forwards, through you, I've learned to become way better at sort of understanding music and time and place. because you're someone very open-minded when it comes to music, and one of the things
try to be.
I have learned from you is that it's not that it's a good or bad song, because it's art, and for some reason in music everyone can judge it as good or bad, or like 1 out of 10, 5 out of 10, or 10 out of 10.
And like every piece of art is abstract.
Or hot or not, or or trash or pass or whatever it is. So it's so interesting that with music they do that, but at the end of the day, it's such a personal and such a individualistic experience that it can't be an absolute.
That's right.
That's why I don't like giving numbers to stuff.
Yeah.
It's like, what the fuck? Dude, maths and art don't go.
Yeah, that's correct. I agree with
Usually
you.
don't go. You know?
Yeah.
But there is art in maths and maths in art. But anyways, that's another conversation.
Wow, existential. Let's carry on.
This isn't like, and I love, one of the things that I see a lot in the comments and stuff like that is like, people really give their honest, true opinion of stuff,
Like
and songs and stuff.
Diversity of opinions and perspectives out of one single song, to me, forever will be, that is what art is intended to do. That's exactly what is supposed to be thought-provoking. It's supposed to provoke emotions and feelings. Evoke emotions and feelings and revitalize memories and
Revitalize.
I cannot speak English. Revitalize.
I mean, I guess revitalize, is that a word?
No, I think it's revitalize.
I don't even know if that's the right word for that context.
Well, it's like give life back to all memories.
Yes, it is. What is that noise?
I don't know, we're being haunted!
There's so many stuff going on. It's just because it's bonfire night.
Yeah, the world's very alive
and
right
it's very
now.
early. Yeah. So, because now it's kind of winter, isn't it?
Well, yes, winter is not officially
here.
up until the 21st.
It's Christmas time, dog.
Yeah, until the 21st of December, but
It's dark at 4.
it's already getting dark at 4 and
5 right now.
yeah, and it's cold like hell here in London, and it's been beautiful this week though. Beautiful blue skies, but ridiculously cold.
This at this time though, I love every season of the year except for January, Feb.
I hate from January to March.
No,
Those 3, like that trimester for me is terrible. I hate it.
January and Feb they can piss off, but March onwards, I like it.
Starts getting better.
I like all of it because even this cold bit from after August, it's Christmas or holiday season.
What I like about autumn, just after October, is that it gets
Fashion.
really. Yes, I love it. But I also love winter fashion.
Winter fashion's hard as hell.
Overall, like that's the reason why I pull through those 3 months of the year,
But
because
to
I
be
can
fair,
get to dress in beautiful layers
to be
with
fair,
fantastic coats and hats and.
It can do one. To be honest, it could absolutely do one. I would much rather be in just be stylish throughout summer, mate.
Yeah,
and
also
autumn.
true.
Autumn, spring, and summer fashion. Summer fashion is not the greatest because the less clothing, the better.
Yeah.
During summer, but
Summer fashion is basically body shape. How's your body looking?
but when it comes to winter, it's like yes, it's amazing, and the coats and you can work on outfits and stuff like that.
Oh, it's
but
so
it could
good.
honestly do one, mate.
I hate the rain. So that's the reason why I like November and December a lot.
Yeah.
Because it's really cold. So it feels nice and cozy. Like you can see your breath and you have a good excuse to get like 3 coffees a day. It's great. It's fantastic. It's acceptable. And, but you get to wear fantastic matching outfits and your handbags and gloves and stuff. But the skies are blue and the sun is shining most of the time. And then
Really?
yes, and
What
then
country are
after
you from?
Christmas, it's like, I hate my life. It's like, come back.
Well, let's keep putting ourselves in a good mood through this.
That was so random. I thought the song had finished.
Yeah, it's a party track. Pop. the right mood, this bangs, dude.
I'm telling you, this was Coachella
He
perfect.
drinks out and shit.
So what? Let's drink a party.
Is that the outro? No.
Oh. Nice pullback at the end. I like how they.
So
pull back. Honestly, I'm telling you, they could have played that at Coachella and kicked some butts.
Have they ever been to Coachella?
Nope.
Really?
They should
That's
though.
so weird. I mean, do they
No,
have
the
to?
only K-pop group that's ever been to Coachella is Blackpink.
Oh wow, impressive. That's
Crazy.
even beyond more. That makes it way more impressive. I didn't know that.
It's not K-pop, like Korean artists.
Well, theoretically, it is K-pop, but we've decided not to call them K-pop anymore because
Because-
it's just you don't call it. You don't call it B-pop when it's from Brazil.
That's so true. You know, call it American pop,
You call
A-pop.
UK pop. Very rarely do you ever hear that. You know,
Well, you
or
do hear
US
that
pop.
sometimes,
You don't
but, you
hear
know.
US pop. You hear pop.
Yeah.
Or
that's true.
Italian ballads. IB.
Eat ballads.
Yeah, you don't hear that stuff.
You don't
Which,
hear
by
it.
the way, we are gonna do an Italian special.
Oh, and I am so freaking excited. I love Italian music.
I was so impressed, and
It just has a special spot in my heart.
not impressed, surprised is the right word, of when we did the Turkish special for the first time.
Oh yeah, me
Like
too.
how many of you were from Turkey, and then how many new people have come to the channel?
And
you
how rock is like the genre to
Bro,
go in I didn't
Turkey
know.
loves rock.
I was like, what? That was so
Well, I
surprising.
don't know why I said it so convincingly. It seems they love rock.
Oh, that was so cool though. They got really cool
We've done.
artists.
What have we done? We've done Brazil,
We've done Brazil. We've
Korea,
done Spain.
Korea
we've
to a
done
great extent,
Korea,
Philippines to a great extent,
Philippines.
Brazil to a decent extent.
You already counted Philippines.
Spain.
I mean Brazil.
Spain, and we have another Spain coming soon. We have done Turkey, of course.
Yep.
We've never done Algeria. Yet.
No, we've not done an Algerian special.
Yeah, that's true. So far. France, of
So
course.
with France, yes, that's 6. We should do an Algerian next.
Yeah.
And
We have a lot planned. And I mean,
Italian. Oh, I love Italian music.
we have
Italian
the
music
Dimash
is
special
so
coming as well.
Dimash. Oh, we got so much stuff to go through. It's so cool.
Yeah.
And this is all you, basically.
Yeah, and we really like to take our time and digest this type of stuff. And I want to do this sort of, where we go this deep into discographies. Hopefully, if this goes well in terms of copyright and stuff like that.
And maybe we can do more stuff
With
like
different
this with
bands,
different groups.
different artists, and stuff
Yeah.
like that. I've always said this, and I'm sure a lot of you are familiar with this. And it's like Feature Friday. The whole idea of it was just music.
Hey, that's the
No boundaries, no
whole core of
borders,
it.
no limits. It's music,
Absolutely.
and there's so many. The annoying bit is that there's so many industries and amazing musicians and amazing singers and amazing bands that we have no clue about.
Yep.
And that now it seems more like my dream is slowly coming true, because I'm getting messages and people let me know, it's like, wow, I never heard that song, or I didn't even know who he was, or this artist, and now this is my favorite new artist.
Yep.
Or I'm so glad you have found them because I thought I was the only one who knew that. It's
so
so
cool.
like rewarding.
It's opening this whole world of music and music lovers from all around the globe. Is a huge thing.
Bizarre,
It is so yeah.
Fireworks, way.
Well, hey, that's how I feel about
Because
that.
it's always not always, but it's been where you guys have allowed us to broaden our music taste and perspective
Yeah.
and view on things. And I would love, and this is my dream, for it to be a two-way street. You know?
Absolutely, and I feel like it already is. I believe.
Hope it is.
I believe that you guys, we maintain a pretty cool, relationship through the comments and like
The only
DMs.
only
and
hard
stuff.
bit is now replying to everyone. I used to be able to reply to everybody.
Me too.
Now it's
me
too
too.
hard.
I take
It annoys me.
so.
It does annoy me. I love it.
I love it. I love it. I take days, like I set myself goals, and like today I am going to reply to everybody on my DMs, like everybody, as many as I can, and I love it. I love it.
I love is the YouTube comments. I wish YouTube could do something to my profile, where they would get a notification. Yeah, because then they don't know.
That is very true, thought of that.
Yeah, so my profile is a dumb little blue circle.
And I love how you open up every comment. Efra here.
Well, I've got to.
Efra here.
I've got
Your
to.
name is Efra Herrera.
What if-
That's your username.
Yeah, but what if
and
there's-
Efra's like Efra here.
And then someone makes another one. And then I have
Well, they can.
I
If
have
they can
alternate Ephra from another universe. I have an
if
evil
they
twin.
Can copy, if they can copy your username and your image, by the way, very original, very secure. Then they can definitely copy your way of commenting. Efra here emoji.
Oh yeah, shit. I never thought of that. I'm gonna have to think of a more original way.
It's like, I don't know.
But they can't copy and paste.
They can copy and paste anything.
Gosh.
On the
Nah,
internet.
no one will. No one's gonna do that. See, if you do, exterminate. Go on, let's finish off.
Blow myself off.
Okay, let's
Last
finish off
song.
the outro. This is tear or tear. I still don't know what the hell.
I think I
How do you
read
spell tear?
the same way you spell tear.
Tear or tear.
So here there's a thing.
It's
So
the same
if
as
you
cheese,
pronounce
isn't
it
it?
as
Like cheese.
tear, it's a tear from your eye. But if you pronounce it as tear, it's to rip. So for ass, like
I tore up. That's obviously if you meant tear. But tear, how do you spell tear as in crying? If you tear out the parking lot, you're driving very fast. When you use tear in these ways, pronounce it to rhyme with hair. Another word, tear, what you do to produce when you cry. It's spelled the same way but pronounced to rhyme with pear. Tear, pear.
I think some people are saying here
Is it
on
tear or-
this little forum I found online.
Yeah.
I think it's tear.
Okay, fine. It would make sense.
Tear. Significantly. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, but
what's
I
tear?
think it could. Yeah. So yeah, let's go.
I said out loud. It's the same way you spell cheese. And I was actually trying to say it's the same way. It's the same with that word, not cheese. But what is that? I don't know why I said cheese. What the hell is the other word that is spelled the same?
Cheese.
Oh shit!
Or are you doubting yourself since you can be duplicated on the internet?
Yeah. Oh, anyways, well, I just made a mess. Who cares? Just moving on.
There's like a whole lake
Puddle.
just chilling.
Well, let's just finish this off.
Oh, you are a mess. Ooh,
They see my feet, my
No.
socks.
no. Thank God.
Why? They're lovely socks.
Oh, I like this. This is RM. There's like
Is it just RM? It's just oh no.
there's sugar and
It's the rap line.
Oh yes, this is gonna be heavy. Lyric wise.
Nice. Putting up a good atmosphere.
I think it is tear, like tear from my eye.
Right.
Ooh! I did not expect that.
Even in Korean, tear rhymes with whatever they're using. B,
Yeah.
D. This is sick. It's hard.
Oh! Ooh, it's so aggressive.
It's RM Monster.
It is. It's Rap Monster in. Ooh, I love the octave jump there. Ooh.
Yoma, tear. Yoma, yoma.
Tear. It's
It
like
says
tear.
tear. He's just playing with the wordplay of tear and tear.
I think.
So it is
But
tear.
in the lyrics
He
of
refers
here,
to it as
a
tear,
tear, as
but it's
like-
obviously the wordplay because you can spell it the same way.
It's like you're tearing me apart, and
but
you're
it's also
tearing me up,
tears. Exactly.
making me tear up.
I think it is that play on words that you're not sure. It could be moth. It could be what? It could be
It
a
could
moth.
be moth.
It could mean,
It could be a moth.
It could mean both.
Jeez. Let's go.
What is happening? Gosh darn it.
I'm just looking at the puddle.
Yeah, who's gonna clean that? Whatever you do, don't step there.
I'm not paying attention.
You're my tear. You're my tear. One more. Hey, down.
No, it's this.
Oh, sorry.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah, hope the singer. It's like trap.
It's
Trap
like.
singing. That dream has finally become a dream. You're my tear, huh? You're my tear.
You're my tear.
You're my tear. You're my.
You're my fear. Ooh. Oh, sick. Ooh, I like that trap beat, like type of like vocalization.
Trap stars, dude. They could
Yeah.
literally just do trap.
Ooh, I like the autotune thing happening. It's sick.
Dude, autotune used
Not
the
that
right.
he needs it though.
No.
It's just the right type of quality.
Autotune used the right way. It's another effect. It's a tool. I don't know why there's such a.
Well, there's a whole stigma that like it can
If you
make
use autotune, you
non-singers
can't-
sing.
Well, that is true.
Like that's why it's being frowned upon.
That
But
is true. But
it's been proven now in this new era of music that autotune is just another effect that it can really be taken advantage of, regardless of your setting, live,
Yeah.
not live,
You know,
in
we-
the studio, whatever.
we see huge, like incredibly talented and technical singers like Rosalia use it for the effect and the ambience it creates. You know, you see rappers that don't need it, like Sugar, for example, use it, but it's a tool.
Yeah.
And it's
And
so.
it gives like right type of depth and depth and quality to the song itself.
Well, it depends on the feel. Like, what do you wanna do with this song?
Yeah.
And maybe the only way you can do that, like if you use a flanger or a flanger, I don't know how to pronounce
Flanger.
it. Flanger. Why doesn't anyone say, "Oh, that's," you know?
That's a flanger.
Yeah. If it has
Phalanges.
autotune, everyone can recognize, and then everyone can be like, "Oh, it does autotune," but it's a bloody tool.
It reminded me of Phoebe.
What?
Phalanges.
Phalanges? Phalange. The phalanges, are they in your throat? I don't know much anatomy.
That's been proven in this channel several times.
Or yeah, bun it. yeah, bun it.
Ooh, I like that. Oh my god.
Fluff.
Oh, I love when he does that. Reminds me of 21 Savage. Ooh,
very
it's
21.
so good.
21.
Oh, I love how they equalize their vocals. It's sick. Ugh.
Although we thought that we dreamed the same dream, that dream has finally become a dream.
You my tear. You my tear. You my fear. You my fear. You're my.
That's
Oh,
a
he's
joke, man.
clever. So clever.
I dream of making rap that well produced.
Oh
Bloody hell.
yeah. Oh. It's so epic and it feels so full.
That's Eminem vibes.
Yeah. Oh my god, J-Hope is like so,
Snapping.
Yeah. Bro, bro, bro. Oh my god, yes. T-O. I love that.
That's how they close the album?
I love that.
Bloody, go on. Let me read some of the. Let me break down
Break
some
it
of the
down.
lyrics.
All right. Here
So,
from the top. Here we go.
Okay, so RM is goodbyes are for me a tear. Without even knowing it blooms around my eyes. The words that I could not bring myself to say flow down, and lingering regrets crawls over my face. Thanks, mate. To me, you were once my dear, but now you're merely a bitter beer.
I love that. That's
I don't know how it
great.
rhymes in English.
I love the rhyming. It's so sick.
My heart is stained with belated self-loathing, becomes empty even with the passing breeze. At the end, I mean, it is this sort of the line that really marked me there is that mentality.
Isn't the chorus?
Yeah, it's that idea of the dream. J-Hope says it, I think, or maybe go. There. Although we thought that we dreamed the same dream, that dream has finally become a dream. But he says before that we walk towards the same place, but this place becomes our last. Although we used to talk about forever, now we break each other without mercy.
So it's obviously that. So putting myself in the place of the speaker here, I would think that I believe that my my partner had the same goals and dreams. We were aligned along the same lines, but the dream hadn't come true because this person wasn't really in it. And then now that they're away, that dream has finally become true because it was all down to you. And that other party was just simply not 100% in it, you know? And therefore, it was becoming a bit of like an obstacle to accomplishing the dream.
That dream.
No?
Right.
How would you see it?
I don't know. I have no idea, but I find that sentence rather peculiar.
It is. Maybe it's there is
the same dream. That dream has finally become a dream. BTS consistently writes about dreams. In fact, their debut song, No More Dream, is solely dedicated to the idea of having a dream. Here they talk about how their once pipe dream has become their reality, and now they have reached their goals. They are at a loss. And now that they have reached their goals, they are now at a loss. RM explained, honestly, this is what I think. This, referring to BTS, is in mind. The image of BTS may have been realized, but it's something that's quite abstract. For instance, it could all disappear in a single moment. We are undoubtedly creating it together, but it's not tangible.
That is true.
Sometimes we take it for granted, but I've never thought of it as being mine. While BTS does consist of 7 members, it has grown into something beyond just its members, which RM further elaborates in this episode. I agree with that. That's a good sentence. It doesn't belong to anyone. It's like an imaginary, momentarily rainbow that's been created by ourselves and the people who help us. It is going to disappear someday, so we have to stay humble and reflect on ourselves. I think it's important for us to spend more time reflecting on these things. That's why it's an interesting sentence, because I don't look at it from a relationship perspective. I look at it more in a philosophical perspective of they still don't think
they've achieved it.
Because they never knew it was going to be like this.
Fair enough.
That happens a lot. With very successful people that sort of have this... they thought they wanted something, then they get there. They don't know. But maybe they thought they wanted something, like I want to be famous, but then they become incredibly famous. And then they're having like millions of people supporting them. They never knew it was going to... Did you see that fluff? Yes. I saw it coming through my eyes. Yeah, so they never expected it to be that good. It's like Roger Federer. He never expected to win 20 Grand Slams. Rafael Nadal never expected to win 10 Roland Garroses in a row. He's now 14. I think 12 or 14. I could be a million by now. Sports people, Cristiano Ronaldo, footballers. He never expected to be seen as the best football player. Messi, the best football player in the world. It just sort of comes with their territory, but they understand this is temporary. This isn't a physical, tangible thing you can touch and feel, because people's perspective change, people's opinions change, their support might change. They might not be the most successful Korean pop group, or now they're just the biggest pop group in the world. That might be taken away from them 2 years from now. So the dream that you thought you had is not your dream, but the dream that we thought we all had together has now finally become that dream, because you're living it. It's very bizarre. It's such a.
I knew you had a good.
It's like being in the belly of the beast, you know. It's
not
that
realizing you're in it.
Yeah, but maybe you wish to be in the belly of. That was your dream that you never thought you had, but that's why I always say to people, you know, that sort of, you know, in my area where I feel the most comfortable, which is, you know, tennis. It's, you know, when they say I want to do this, I want to do that, but like, get specific. You know, and it's the same with music, which is, you know, the other area which I feel really comfortable in. And it's the same with, you know, when friends that are musicians or things like that, yourself, it's like, oh, this is the dream I have. But it's like, no, get specific.
Yeah, what
like,
exactly?
Yeah,
what is it, step by step, is it that you want?
What does it mean? You know,
yeah.
What the hell does it actually mean?
Because what happens after you get there? It's like, okay, you got it, but...
Yeah.
What now?
You become restless. And then you're just a headless chicken being led about by something that you didn't even want. You know? So it's important. And that's how you measure success. It's not by how much, and this kind of sound cliche, but it's not how much money, how famous, all that stuff. It's what the hell was your original plan?
Have you accomplished
what
it?
Was your dream? Not what was people's dreams, or what has it turned out to be. It's not what was yours. So I want my music to be heard by people. Okay, so does that mean when you're outside and 5 people hear your song, are you accomplished? Because you could be. That's your personal achievement. You can rest now. You know? Do something else.
That's right.
So it's very interesting that although we thought...
adventure, let's go.
Although we thought that we dreamed the same dream, that dream has finally become a dream. It's a complex sentence to break down.
It is. Remember that things are different in translation.
And
it might make a lot of sense in Korean.
No, I think it makes a lot of sense. It's just hard.
It's just hard to
Just
depict.
a hard sentence.
Yeah, I agree.
Has a lot of meaning, because also there's 7 of them. Like,
that's
what the hell
what
lets you know your dream is the same as mine, man?
That's what I find so interesting about them. I know I said it earlier, but I go back to it every time I can, because that's what I find so interesting about them. The fact that there is 7 different minds, 7 different personal goals and achievements. Bless you. Bless you. Damn. Why are you so dramatic, boy?
I'm not dramatic. Just got powerful lungs.
Never mind. So I was saying that that's what
how
I
I
find.
assert my dominance. You know, so say you like locking up the house or whatever. I stand out there in the door. I just sneeze really loudly, and then people know. It's like, whoa, don't go into that house. And then I lock every fucking door. That's the routine I go through. And then after that, I sort of, because I plan out like home invasions in my head, right? So
why? Don't think about that, because that stuff can actually.
I lock every door, and then I stand outside, and then I tempt them. Come on, get in here. Good. I want to see how good my locks are.
You are nuts.
I'm only joking.
Sometimes I wonder what happens in your head.
Just taking a piss. I've never done that actually. Okay. I don't think I have. But
I don't think I have.
I don't remember. Actually, back home I probably did that once.
Yeah, I know. Back home is a thing.
Yeah.
Back home is a thing
dominance.
And to test your logs, literally test your life.
Sorry, go on. Why derailed?
Yeah.
Not derailed. Derailed.
Derailed. What even is derailing?
Sounded posh though.
Very.
Derail.
Bing. The British cup comes up. I was just saying.
There's 7 of them.
Yeah, and the working in a team, as I have before, you get group goals though, right? You get achievements and set goals as a group as a whole. But then there's also personal goals and achievements that you want, that you have put on yourself.
What if your dreams, right? What if your goals go against their ultimate
The
goal,
common ground of everybody.
or they become a burden of the collective goal? What if your individual goal, it's so different that it actually becomes an obstacle for the collective goal to be achieved?
I believe that comes down to individuals and how people would react. But
No,
me
but what
personally,
what do you do then?
me,
Not you,
but
just saying.
as a collective, I think it's important to voice those things.
Yeah.
And talk
And find a way
as a
through
whole,
it, you know?
absolutely, and as a group, and because I believe that's what happened with the Love Yourself saga. I believe that one of them realized that, I want to go through this path of getting to know myself deeper, getting to love myself deeper, and I think that's how it started. This is my very naive and
But that's
and
such a collective
ignorant
concept, though, isn't it? Because it can apply to everyone.
Yeah, but
Loving yourself can never hurt you.
absolutely. But I think it comes from those
Unless
3
you go-
a.m. dark with yourself
Moments.
conversations. Like, I think I could do better, and now this is getting in the way of the collective.
I
goal.
see. Okay, I see your
And
point.
therefore, I have to speak it with my group, and with the group I'm in of people, and I believe that can be applied in so many different environments. Your work environment, your schooling environment, your family and stuff. Say, for example, because there's always goals and expectations from your social environments wherever you are, and say that, for example, you are not aligned with that path. It's important to voice these things, because I believe communication is the way forward. You find a solution that will provide stillness and harmony for every party in that group, through conversation. I believe you can really find a way through things if you speak, even if you don't think you can speak eloquently, because it's very difficult to voice certain feelings and thoughts, especially when you have those type of inner monologues with yourself. But the trying part is very important. That first step, I think it's very crucial for the well-being of any social environment, really.
I also think that when you have a group of people, right, with all, as you've mentioned earlier, different worlds in their heads, different perspective, and also they're all artists, so that's even harder. If you've ever lived with an artist, or if you've ever experienced working with someone who's naturally creative, it's not easy, because they see the world in such a different manner.
And there's different types of creative people.
Absolutely. And also they seem to get lost in their creation and forget about pragmatical things. And what happens if you have 7 of those? You need a good leader.
You do.
A great leader. So that's why I feel that they've been successful. There's so many things that they do right. Because it isn't just because their music's good. We know people who their music's good, but they don't ever reach the heights that BTS have.
Or not even that, or they have reached the highest, or their music is fantastic, but that's it. They're not good at anything else, and their personal lives are a well-known mess.
Yeah.
So and individual success is absolutely non-existent. And I believe that by what we are able to know from their personal lives, which is close to nothing. They seem very
stable.
Yeah, they seem to
I wouldn't
have
know.
me neither, but based on
I hope so.
interviews and things like that, you get to see a person's behavior,
But
and
I
even
hope
if
they're in
they're
a good
struggling, and even if they're struggling with all the demands that of the job itself, they seem to be rooted, grounded.
I mean, and certainly that's what I mean. Like, they have so many factors so many extraneous variables that are also
Just work so well.
yeah, that they have no control over, that have worked for them in this case. But they also do a lot of things that are under their control. Like, for example, writing about this type of stuff, they're your own struggles, voicing this, and also then leading other people to inspire. Because then that relationship not only strengthens, but also it lets you see that you're making a difference, and that must be one of the best feelings in the world.
Definitely.
That you're helping other people's lives, and through
It's
this.
a very humbling experience, I would imagine.
And through this, it's also way more tangible. That dream is way more tangible. It feels like we've created something with good energy, with out of good,
And it is physically.
Well, it's real.
It's
It's
there.
our dream. It's real.
Exactly.
They made it. Not made it in the concept of wealth or whatever, but made it like
Mama,
made.
I made it.
Mom, no, made the sculpture, which is the album, and people can admire it and take it in and find inspiration in it. So that's powerful itself. But it's also I feel another thing they do very well is that the dynamic of the group is great.
Yes.
Which that's also a gamble. You don't know if they're gonna get along when they train and they debut and all this stuff.
Well,
idea.
I believe going through struggle together strengthens
Yeah,
a
absolutely.
relationship. So if any of them weren't going to make it, that was the moment they would have broke off.
Yeah.
Because the beginning, the struggle part of their story, the foundations, the building of the foundation. I believe that era particularly built how their relationships were gonna work.
It certainly said a lot about what their future.
Was going to hold.
That even if it was hard, they were going to be able to hold on, and it has been hard, but it's brought results, and there's nothing more motivating than results.
Oh yeah.
So it's again, I think they do a lot of things correctly, and there's also a lot of extraneous variables that are in their favor, but the things that they have control under, they really maximize those, and also that just that ability for them to know like this is not permanent, this is temporary, so we must try and make a difference while we can, and that's why they get involved in all these. They're becoming more and more putting more effort into the charities and working and spreading such messages like this. So it is lovely. I think they will be here to stay. I disagree with some of the stuff he's saying. Like,
well, it's a different perspective. They see it from a different point. They're
also
they're
different
in
when
the
you're in
eye
it.
of the storm.
Yeah.
They're in the eye of that tornado, where it is not like us that we're looking at from the outside. Our perspective is completely different.
I feel they have another decade.
I feel so too.
What
I think
happens
they're
after
here
that?
to stay.
I have no clue what happens after that, but I feel
Greatness,
I hope.
regardless.
I hope they stay for another good 8 to 10 years, because they're not only setting a new standard, which I've mentioned that before in previous videos, man. If the Korean industry gets a hold of the world, bro, tough luck, because people are gonna have to either evolve or see ya.
That's right.
Because when you have people this talented, this well trained, and they have gone through hardship, difficulty, and understand a group dynamic, danger.
And that they're disciplined. People that are disciplined and professional. I believe, dude, that just by those two factors, including everything that you just mentioned, you get
Problem.
yeah.
Domination. You got a problem.
Yeah, definitely. I think it will be hard for everybody else who thinks,
compete.
oh, I can just sing. Where's everything else?
Or I can just be a studio singer.
It's like, it's not gonna be enough.
Or I don't have to dance.
It's like, that's why you don't get randomers like that in Korea. You get people
Doesn't
that
seem
have
to
freaking got a background in the whole thing.
It doesn't seem to happen, and that's
Crazy.
why I'm so interested. And we have it has sparked such an interest in us, the Korean industry.
Yeah.
That you don't get newbies there.
You don't
You get
get
people
like,
trained, man. That's such a brilliant philosophy.
and if you step outside of the pop industry, and then you get the soloists and the people that are making it on their own,
Yep.
which is where you could find people that are untrained, usually the ones that are leading that industry are people that have huge background in music, huge background in performing live, and
Good,
they understand.
South Korea is such a bloody.
Is elite. It really is.
They're ahead in music, man, and I've said it before, and I think
sick.
a lot to learn from them.
It is.
We hope you enjoyed it. This was very enjoyable.
This was so much fun. You guys have been an absolute treat, like always, recommending the best type of music. We will definitely check out more albums.
That's all the songs?
Yeah. We will definitely check out more albums in the future podcasts coming. Just, keep an eye out for whatever's happening this week. We know that BTS is bound to be releasing soon.
What the hell is happening this week?
Oh, whatever happens, I don't know. Whatever happens this week,
Oh.
you keep an eye out. I don't know what's happening. You don't know either, so let's keep an eye out. That's the whole point. And because sometimes, new releases, new music gets dropped, and I'm like, oh my god, this happened. So, so we'll see you soon, I guess. I just wanted to say thank you again, and happy
keep an
winter.
eye out.
Happy winter.
Not winter, mate. Let us know if we should do this with other artists, albums and stuff like that. What should be the next special podcast? Plenty of questions, plenty of conversations. Again,
right.
we read every comment, so we hope you enjoy it.
Very, very enjoyable. This was fantastic.
Peace.
Bye-bye.